So that's my setup. It's an ever-evolving process. You know, I see a new thing or get a new idea, I switch this out for that, but that's how I got it set up right now, and it works really well for me. Check it out, LucasArts 2 Harsh Outdoors, and here's all my stuff laid out. I thought before I put everything on my kayak, go do a little fishing today, I'd show you how my setup works. So I got the Wilderness Systems Attack 140. Got it from my father-in-law. He had it, wasn't using it. Outstanding. Came with the seat. I've added this, that, and the other to it, and let me show you how it works. All right, with this kayak, I got storage in the front. Here's where I keep things when I'm generally fishing that I don't use a whole lot. Keep an extra dry bag up there, change of clothes, things like that. This is my dry storage. This is where I keep, little accumulation of things I've got, and I keep an extra pair of sunglasses in here in case I forget mine. I put on early in the morning sometimes and left my sunglasses at the house, so I got a cheap pair. I keep them in the kayak. Headlamp for when I come off late. You know, I have a flashlight in the car, of course, but I wanted the light actually in the kayak. I got some spare tools, spare parts, things like that, a compass, just in case I want to know where I'm going. So I keep that kind of stuff, and then right before I launch, I put my keys in my wallet in there so they'll stay nice and dry. This is my drink rack. This is where I can keep my coffee. Right now I've got lures I used from the last trip. I'll get those out as I set up today. I also keep my knife and Leatherman tool here for, to get hooks out of a fish mouth or change lures real quick. As you can see, I got pedals for the rudder kit. Took me a while. Finally got an anchor. Keep my anchor right here where I can reach it pretty easy. Got the anchor wizard and trolley system. That's all here. Seat. I love this seat. My father-in-law had it. He kept it with it. If you want to sit low, it folds down. That's how I store it. I like to sit up high. On the back of that, I got a throw rope just in case. I don't get out on moving water much, but in case I did, or with other people, reach, throw, go. I got a dry bag here, first aid kit, basically with some emergency. I got a Gatorade in case of dehydration, an extra shirt in case of hypothermia, and then your general, waterproof Band-Aids, things like that you need for little cuts and scrapes, ibuprofen, some basic first aid you might want on the water. One of the extra things I carry with me is a small dry box. I keep it up front. I can put my phone in here, other things I may want to keep dry, especially if it starts raining is what I use this for. By the time I'm in the boat, I don't usually anticipate turning over. Worst thing generally I can imagine happening that hadn't happened yet is falling off when I'm standing up fishing. Hadn't done it yet. Not saying I'm not going to do it, but that would just get wet what I have on me. But this keeps stuff dry, especially splash from the paddle and rain. So, it's just got a little beaner on there. I hook it around on itself and I can keep things dry there. I have this storage box. This is what I keep my sonar and that kind of equipment in. I got the Humminbird Helix 5, so I keep this in here. I have a small Pelican case. This is the battery pack. Now, on this Pelican case, as soon as I come off the water, I take the positive connection off. I'll put it back on right before I'm going to use it. Latch it back up. That goes behind my seat. I have this to hold it on in case I get in the water. And that's ready to go. Here's the actual power cable. I just run it under my seat. I've not installed permanently any of the wiring in this boat in case I get a new one. It's easy to get in, easy to get out. It's not dedicated to this boat. I could use it on something. As far as the transducer, I have that on a Scotty arm. It goes on my rails, rail mounted. Easy to get up, easy to put down. Crank it on, swing it in, tighten it up as soon as I'm ready to go. It has some excess cable. I've not drilled it into the boat like some people have. I store it under the seat, run the one end back to the unit. Power. I also have the head unit rail mounted on a trackball. I like this. I can move it around. It's got a lot of articulation and joints, and move it how I want to see it. So that's how I have my sonar unit set up. In the back is where I store my tackle and rods, in addition to my first aid kit, throw bag, battery pack. I have the wilderness system storage crate as opposed to a black pack. I have another video I did about this thing. I really like it. It has one shortcoming in that if you're not careful, this lid pops open, and then when you open the main compartment, you can spill everything in the top. But now that I know that, I'm real careful about it. So it has 4 rod holders. I just sit it in the back. I have bungee cords that attach it to each side. That's nice and sturdy. On top, I don't keep tackle. I keep things I might need, like tools and whatnot. I have my Leatherman tool that I'll go ahead and pull out and use the whole time. Scale, tape, fish grips. I got a pair of gloves, extra batteries for pretty much anything I might have equipment-wise along with me. Extra line. I got some mono, and then I got fluorocarbon for leaders. So that's the kind of stuff I keep in the very top. Got to keep that latch. Here's where I keep my main tackle. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 primary Plano boxes. Then I got all my soft plastics in a zipper case. And then on top, I got what's like I'm either likely to use or just been using, taking on, taking off. And a lot of times I'll stick this under my seat and use it. Keep this latch down, and I'm ready to go. The other thing I keep behind my seat is my Pelican case. This is what I keep the DSLR camera in if I'm not using it. What I keep the GoPro in. I got extra GoPro batteries. Any kind of electronics that I'm not using. I got one of the little charging packs for a cell phone. So I keep all that in Pelican case. I've had real good luck with these over the years. That stays right behind me. I keep it strapped on in case the boat turns over. It'll be with the boat, but that also allows me to reach around. I can get it in my lap, get stuff out without actually unlatching it, and that stays here. Tackle box here. That's about it. So that's my setup. It's an ever-evolving process. You know, I see a new thing or get a new idea, I switch this out for that, but that's how I got it set up right now, and it works really well for me. Maybe you can get an idea from that, or maybe you have some ideas for me. Leave me a comment below. I'm by no means an expert. I'm learning here, but I just wanted to show my setup. So I'm gonna pull the trailer off, and then maybe we'll do a little fishing. She's sitting low in the back end. That's because it's sitting high in the front end. Here's one more look before we go. I got paddle keeper, dry box. That's where I'm fixing to put my keys in my wallet. Transducer arm, head unit. Got my chair, tackle box here with the 4 rod holder. I'll deploy the rudder via these cables once I get out. You know, my anchor wizard, anchor trolley system here on the side, and you know, we're about ready to go. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world. Kind of looks like Sanford and Son style moving on the water. I don't know, maybe, but it really works for me. Sister